Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you're just joining my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, like, comment and share, and also let me know the things you feel I'm missing and I need to do in the channel. So on today's episode, I would be telling you why your makeup doesn't last and what you should do to make it last. So things you need to know so that your makeup will last effectively. Number one is the client's skin. First of all, you should know that we have types of skin. We have oily skin, we have combination skin, and we have dry skin. If you have oily skin, you should try your best to avoid oily products that contains lots of oil, products that would make you sweat a lot. You should avoid it. So if you're working on oily skin, oily client, oily model, you should do more of matte products. Like for foundation, there are foundations that are matte. So for someone that has oily skin, you should go in with a matte foundation. Concealer, matte. You can also moisturize, but don't moisturize excessively. Do just a little of moisturizing will go a long way. Next, we have dry skin. For people with dry skin, you should always make sure that your skin prep is in order. If your skin prep is not appropriate, you would not get a good result. You would end up having a makeup that have cracks, because if the skin is too dry, it breaks. If the skin is too oily, it breaks. So you should understand the mathematics that if the skin is too oily, your makeup will break. That means if you moisturize excessively, your makeup will definitely break. And if you apply a lot of dry skin prep on a dry skin, it will definitely break. So the tricks are, do not apply primer, sweat block under the eye. Rather, apply a moisturizing serum under the eyes. Whenever you place products, always allow them to dry before going in with another product. Now, if you're working on someone that has a combination skin, always ask the person, please, where do you likely sweat? The person will tell you, I sweat on my forehead, I sweat on my lips axis, I sweat this side, I sweat that side. Now you now know the places at which you would focus your mattifying products on, and the places you would focus your moisturizing products on. Now you should also know that if you apply too much products, your makeup will break. Learn to be a minimalist when working on a client or on a model. Do not apply too much. Try to blend properly. In every step you do, try as much as you can to apply setting spray in order to put the skin together, especially when you're working on a oily skin. If you're working on dry skin, you should spray a moisturizing setting spray. Do not spray a mattifying stuff. When they say something is mattified, it means it has no oil. It dries like plain dry. Okay, that's what happens to the skin. Now, there is another thing I still want you to know. I still want you to know that skin prep is important. I see so many makeup artists, they skip setting skin prep and thinking they will get a good result without a good skin prep. Trust me, you will not get a flawless result without doing skin prep. If you do skin prep appropriately, you will get a good result. So I brought few brands of skin prep from the house. This skin prep I use at home on my skin. Since my skin prep are getting exhausted, I had to bring the one I had to use on my model. There is always a difference when you use skin prep on the person. The face come out smoothly, everything come out nice and flawless. That's the result you get. And then if you're applying foundations, always try to make sure that the foundations are lightweight. If your foundations are thick, it will easily break. Lightweight foundations are the best. If your foundations are thick, it will easily break. And if you're applying powder, apply little or no more powder when doing the process. Try and dust them off properly